And we are very excited to welcome our next guest.
Our next guest is fresh back from Paddy and dripping in bling.
Ariarne terminates her competition.
Gold in the 400-metre freestyle. Gold in the freestyle relay. Silver in the 200-metre freestyle. And silver in the 800-metre freestyle.
There goes my hero.
Is it a shark? Is it a torpedo? Nope, it's Olympic champion Ariarne Titmus.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
You know what's hilarious? You and Lauren share the same management company, and Dave, who brought you in, was like, here is one of our clients, an Olympic champion. Oh, hey, Lauren.
Yeah, I know. There's definitely favourites amongst the IMG family currently, and it ain't me.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Have your feet hit the ground yet?
No, I mean, I only flew in 2 days ago. So then,
we know. We bawled our eyes out watching you walk off the plane.
Oh, it feels very strange. Like, it doesn't really feel like I'm home because I am not in Brisbane yet. But
Yes.
it's hard to feel the sense of how much everyone gets around the Olympics when you're away because you're in your little bubble and you don't really realise how big it is. And then you're home now and you like, whoa, it's big here.
Yeah, you know what's so funny, and so many people spoke about this while you guys were away. I felt like these Olympics were more emotional than any we've seen in a long time. And did you guys feel that too? Because at the last Olympics, there was no fans, there was no crowd, there was no support that you could see.
That would have been, that's not the Olympics. It's not what it's
Yeah,
about.
I think that was the big difference. The crowds made the Olympics for me. The swimming stadium was unbelievable. It was packed heats and finals. I remember walking out for my first heat and the crowd was cheering at halfway in a 400 heat. I was like, why are they cheering? But that was just the most amazing part. And having my friends and family there was a crew of about 15 of my friends and family that had flown. A lot of friends from Tassie, which was very cool.
What a lot of people didn't know is it wasn't even an aquatic centre. It was like they built that pool inside like a Rod Laver setup.
But there was some controversy about the pool not being deep enough. Did that make a difference? Could you tell?
Yeah, you definitely could tell. Like, I feel like when you're at that level, you can kind of feel every little intricacy. And so you did feel a little bit of chop in the water, but at the end of the day, everyone's racing in the same pool, so everyone's in the same boat.
It doesn't make it unfair.
If you've got that skill level, like if you're having a barbecue and everyone's around at the house and you're all in the pool, can you tell if someone pees in the pool?
I wish.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm a culprit. Like, I would pee in the pool every day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then let's not point
you're
out.
not getting out in the middle of a race, are you? Just keep going.
Hey, a couple of things we want to cover off. Firstly, arriving home at the airport was very emotional scenes. This was you.
Once I got back on social media and saw everything, I think I realised how much the country really enjoyed these games. The country just revels in the Olympic spirit, so enjoy that. Forget about swimming for a while and just spend some time with my friends and family.
On the flight, rumours are true. Gold medals sit at the front of the plane.
Yep. Gold medals at the front of the plane, and I guess it kind of works its way back.
So was it awkward when you landed and Pam has to get on and go, everyone down the back, it didn't win. Can you please remain seated while the medalists disembark first?
Because they had you walking off the back of the plane.
Yeah, so what happened was once we landed, one of the Qantas, I think, media ladies came up to the first 3 rows and was like, so when we land, you guys have to get your bags off and then walk to the back. It was actually very cool because when we walked down the aisle of the plane, like everyone was cheering and clapping.
Oh, it would have been like
good.
a party plane.
No, it wasn't. Because it was dry.
What?
And then everyone was so tired that I'm not even kidding. Some people didn't even have dinner and were flat when we took off and slept the whole way. Most people slept for 12 hours.
You couldn't get a champagne on that flight after winning 2 gold medals.
So when we got on the plane, there was orange and apple juice.
Oh, no. Sorry.
You got half the service.
This was the best part. We got into Perth and they go, we've blocked off the entire lounge for you. You guys can go up there and chill for your layover for 4 hours. And we got up there and it was awesome. Like, we were on arrival and got like a bunch of chockies, like the whole place done up, welcome home.
Aww.
We're like, oh, let's go and get a little champagne or something. And we go over and the bar's shut and they're making hot chockies.
No.
Yeah.
You have been training your butt off for years. You should be Redfoo standing on the bar, bloody celebrating.
Well, we were laughing about our little 14-year-old skateboarder who won a gold medal because we asked her what it was like up the front, and she said
She gave her seat up.
she gave her seat up
know,
and sat
listen
down
to
the
this.
back with her mates. You've just landed. Where did you get to sit on the plane? Were you right up the front?
I mean, I could have been sitting in business with like all the medalists, but instead I chose to sit in economy with like my two best friends, Chloe and Ruby.
How cute is she?
So who took her seat? That's what we want to know.
I don't know, actually.
Who was the silver medalist that was like, well, I was very close to winning gold, so I'm just going to shuffle up and see if anyone
Well,
noticed.
actually, there were a few lucky people because not everyone comes back on the charter, and there were a few that hadn't actually medalled that ended up in business.
Nice.
good on
They
them.
were lucky.
Smart,
Yeah.
smart. The other thing I want to ask, over in the village, right, there is like thousands of the fittest people in the world. Some single, some married, some with children. I heard Tinder and the apps were pinging off their head. Is that true?
I would have no idea. I think I live under a rock. I deleted everything off my phone
Did
for the
you?
entire 2 weeks. So I actually haven't even gone. I don't even have a TikTok account, but I didn't even re-download TikTok. I just can't be bothered. But I deleted everything off my phone. I honestly had no idea what was going on in the world. But I'm assuming the Olympic Village has its perks for some people.
Yeah. I think the old cardboard beds would have got a testing.
Yeah.
They're quite robust, I would say.
Yeah, I saw videos of like athletes jumping up and down on them.
They're not bad.
Speaking of jumping up and down and causing a scene, can we talk Ray Gun for a second? The beatboxer that has taken the world by storm.
She's not a beatboxer.
Sorry.
I was like, something I don't know.
She's a breakdancer.
Sorry. I'm new in that world.
I loved it.
She's come out overnight because the poor thing has been copied on social media. Have a listen.
I'm glad I was able to bring some joy into your lives. That's what I hoped. I didn't realise that would also open the door to so much hate, which has frankly been pretty devastating.
We saw footage of her in the Athletes Village before the closing ceremony, and you guys were all getting around her.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel that too? Could you tell the wild reaction about it?
I only started noticing it once I stopped, saw all of it once I stopped racing. But you kind of just have to put yourself in her shoes. Like, we're all sure that she went there and did her best.
Yeah.
She's not going to go to the Olympics and not do her best. And if that was happening to me and I was copying that flack, you'd just be so upset and heartbroken. And she's one of us. She's a teammate. She's on the Australian Olympic team. So we all got around her. And on the closing night, the line up to the buses to leave the village was for 4 hours down the village, and so we
was there champagne on that bus at least?
Well, no, this was just on the road, just waiting, and so we'd move up like a tiny bit every 30 minutes, and so while we were waiting, we'd make like a break dancing circle, and we had speakers, and then we made like a little path for her to go down, and she was doing the kangaroo, and I mean everyone was really getting around her and trying to make her laugh, and try and make her feel loved.
Was she really gutted?
I have never spoken to her, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But she was definitely smiling that night, and I think that was good. But I just can't believe
That's the Aussie spirit, isn't
how
it?
much this has created.
Insane.
It's insane.
It sounds very much like school camp, the whole
Yeah,
Athletes
but
Village.
don't you get kicked out after your event?
Yeah, so I left on the 7th, which was 3 days after the swimming, and I was honestly ready to leave because when you're done racing, everyone doesn't care about the state they're living in. Everyone's having fun.
Yeah.
My room was just disgusting.
Was it trashed?
There was crap everywhere. So I was so keen to get out. So I went to London for 4 days and
Did you get to have a champagne there?
Oh yeah, we definitely had fun. Actually, World Aquatics put on a giant after party for us after the last night of swimming, which was unreal. And it was
in Paris.
Yeah, and it was the club they made was in an aquarium, and there was a mermaid lady swimming around the whole time, at the dance floor, which was really cool.
Were you looking at her going, I could beat her?
Yeah, but this girl was wild. She was holding her breath for 5 minutes.
Hang on. Was there actually a pool in there?
Yeah, so we were in the aquarium. The club was put in the aquarium.
The actual aquarium?
Yeah.
With a mermaid?
Yep, they had a lady swimming that was a mermaid.
I don't know if I'd want to be pulling an all-nighter at Sea Life.
No, it'd be amazing.
You know what I mean?
No, that's awesome. And also, whenever are you going to get to do that again?
Well, have I taken something bad? It looks like there's a mermaid in the tank. Is it just
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I've got video evidence.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Actually,
gotcha.
a mermaid. So what happens now? Do you get some time off?
I'm taking a big break, so I don't really want to think about swimming for a while.
No.
I'm just gonna go back when I feel like it. I've given myself 12 months if I want to. I'm going to enjoy all of this type of thing. I actually really enjoy it. And do some other things, prioritize myself and my family and friends. And I've got 4 years, so I'm not in a rush to get back.
Oh my God, 4 years.
Oh, mate, cram it in the last year.
Although everyone's going to want to be in LA, aren't they? I mean, you've got some chic Olympics. Like some people, some years you get sent to random places.
Well,
I mean,
Brisbane's
Tokyo
coming up.
Oh, yeah. I bet we're excited about that. We were laughing at the closing ceremony because they're like, this is sick. Like they're handing over to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. And we're like, what's the handover going to be at the closing ceremony
Guy
from
Sebastian
LA back to Brisbane?
Oh, it's human nature.
Seriously. We've got some work to do.
Toby's going to get the flag. It's just like Tom Cruise.
Come on, Kylie Minogue. Stay young. Stay young. We're going to need you for Brizzy.
Hey, we've got a super quick break. Can you stay with us for a couple of minutes? Because, Lauren, you've forgotten about something.
What?
She's got a bag with her.
Did you bring the medals?
I've got the medals.
Okay, we're going to a break. Legend Ariarne Titmus is on the air with us this morning. She has just unpacked the medals.
Oh, my gosh.
So prestigious, out of her socks.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't want to ask if you'd bought them in, and they're here, and you travel around with them in your socks.
Well, the cases we got are huge. Can't fit them in my suitcase.
Did they come in the Louis Vuitton case that they presented them in?
No, I thought they would come with the monogram, but they're not.
I would have traded one of the silver for the Louis Vuitton trays.
Well, during the ad break.
Mm.
What have they done with all of them?
Yeah.
If you won 2 golds, you should get a Louis Vuitton
Get a tray. And then we come around for cocktails and you serve those at home. That's bougie.
Yes,
that's a
bougie.
power move.
Where did they all go? the
Speaking
Louis
of
Vuitton
trades, during the ad break, Ariarne tried to trade one of her Olympic medals for Lauren's engagement ring.
Buy, swap and sell here on Over 100. I mean, you've
May
got
I have
2
a look
of them.
at one of the medals close
Yeah.
up? Is it un-Olympic for me to
Un-Olympic.
put one
I'm
on?
picking one up too. Oh, God, they're heavy.
I love how you've both gone for the gold.
Well,
Well,
obviously.
we don't muck around with silver, though.
Yeah.
so, I mean, you can see that you've had a good time with these.
Yeah, they do scratch so easily.
Be honest with me.
It doesn't suit you.
No,
I
I
haven't
think
even
you rock
finished.
it.
You've
Thank
got
you.
it on, do you have it on backwards?
What sport do you
you've got it
think
on
do I
backwards.
look like I have won this in?
I don't want to offend anyone.
Eating?
If
goes hard in the dining hall.
if there was a gold medal for crying over the Olympics, I would have won that. I cried every morning in here watching you guys compete.
I would just, I'd play the Still Call Australia home and she'd be off. Hey, you've got a very big job. You're going down to rev up the Hawks.
Tomorrow morning, going in to chat to the boys. I am honestly that keen to go on Sunday. I've been watching the guys from afar and we're killing it. In the 8, I'm pretty happy.
I don't think they're going to need the rev up against the Tigers, to be honest.
No, the Tigers are already on their footy trip.
Yeah, they're in Bali.
But you're from Tassie.
Yeah.
And Hawthorn have had a bit of an affiliation with Tassie, but there's a Tassie team coming in. Are you
I know.
going to swap teams?
I'm not going to swap teams. I'm definitely one.
Because they're going to want you as like the ambassador of that
But
team.
I will definitely, whenever they're playing, I'll back them in. And I will support them. They're Tassie, I've got to, because it's such a huge
You
deal
could be
down
like
there.
number 1 ticket holder.
I could
Well,
be.
you'd have to fight it out with Queen Mary. I saw you two together
Yeah.
after the race.
Yeah.
So that was very cute watching you two embrace. What did she have to say?
Well, she's actually a distant relative.
Of course.
No.
You're all right.
Everyone's related
Yeah,
in
so
Yeah,
Tassie.
everyone's
the
related.
rumours are that's a real thing in Tassie.
Yeah, right. How distant?
So my dad's cousin, his wife is Mary's cousin.
Oh, like an actual distant relative.
Yeah, but
But do you hang out? Like, do you do family Christmases together? or anything?
I mean, they are Mary and Fred are very close with dad's side of the
Mary
family.
and Fred.
Did you,
Sorry, just
did you have to curtsy?
just Mez and Fred. Hey,
Yeah.
say hi to
She's
Freddie
always
for me.
Mary from Tasmania. What did she have to? So you knew each other when you went and said
Yeah,
hello.
yeah, and her daughter used to. Her niece used to swim at Hobart Aquatic, so she loves the swimming. So she was so beautiful. Like I actually saw her in the village before the swimming started, and she took a pic on her phone to send in like the family group chat.
When you got the royal family in your family group chat, that's pretty
great.
bougie.
She is so beautiful. She was so happy to be there and so excited to see us and give us a hug, and that was actually really great.
Did you get to meet Snoop Dogg?
No,
Were you on the hunt for him?
we all thought that Snoop was going to be at the closing, like actually be there.
Yeah.
And we were waiting, but then I was like, I don't think he's coming.
Because Clint Stanaway, who's on this show, does the sport on Channel 9, he was over there and we were talking to him and Snoop was walking towards him and he froze. He got starstruck. Hi.
Snoop. It was the door kissing.
Snoop became a hero over
Yeah.
there.
Have you got, did you get to meet anyone cool over there?
Rebel Wilson was in the front
Oh,
row
yeah.
for the 200 free. So when we were walking off pool deck to go and go out the back, she gave Molly and I a hug, and she was loving it.
That's
but
cool.
there were so many like cool people at swimming that you don't get to see them. They're just so high up in
Yeah.
the stands.
You get to meet whoever you want now.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes, I love you.
Okay, let's work on that. Let's work on a collab.
I was going to ask if I can borrow one of the medals, but I won't now because they get dinged up pretty easy to help me get into electric on the weekend and jump the queue.
Surely. Have you used it
What
for...
benefits are
Yeah.
there? Yeah, surely there's some
I
unofficial
definitely am
benefits.
I am not one of those people that name drops or will use them.
But that's
The
a great thing.
swimmers- the
You don't have to
female
say anything.
swimmers.
You just rock up with 4 giant medals
you
hanging around
reckon
your neck
she's-
and be like, just that latte, thanks.
Walking
4
around with
things.
these.
Yeah.
They
I-
actually hurt your neck though. Do you feel
They're
like
heavy.
Yeah, imagine all 4 on.
Oh, what a chore. I'm used to rocking a participation ribbon, so I would be happy to deal with the neck pain.
Most of the awards we've ever won were pinned on.
Yes, yeah. We've never felt the weight of a medal.
Hey, congratulations. The women just dominated at the
Absolutely
Olympics,
killed it.
and you guys made us all so proud. And it just seems like the tightest, most supportive bunch of women. And we just loved watching it. So well done.
Oh, thanks. It was absolutely great. And the thing is, like, the guys also are so happy for us and so supportive, and I just feel so proud to be a part of this group of girls at the moment. It's pretty cool.
What about your coach? Has he recovered yet?
No, he's still actually over there. His wife is from Slovakia, so he's in Slovakia at the moment.
Because
He
watching
needs,
him
he
was
needs a
great.
Valium, mate. I really
Yeah.
worry
I
about him.
loved it.
Yeah, he needs to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
medicated.
He's going to take a big break too. He just needs to zen out.
Yeah,
Like, he needs to
a
chill.
float.
Oh,
Give him a little salt float.
that'd be good for him.
Yeah, we'll
Good
send
for
him down to
calm down.
Indoda.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming in.
thank
And we
you.
can't wait to see what you do in your year off, because I think you're going to be everywhere. You're a superstar.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Ariarne Titmus joining us on the air, Olympic legend, Mariah Carey. Oh, this is a
Oh,
banger for a
banger.
Friday. Bit of fantasy. 18 to 9, this is Nova 100.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials. Nova.